Welcome back, folks. J-Stank here. Another episode of EVE Online. A lot of stuff happened the last time I logged in, and I've just recently started playing again. Uh, I would like to tell you the story, but we will do that on the way. I have been practicing with my Raven, my battleship that I was building the last time we were playing, and I think, well, the last time we were playing, we had this mission, or we were having trouble with level 3s, and I've done some little bit of training in my skills, and now I think we're ready to go. Downing the slavers 2 of 2. Hopefully I won't embarrass myself when I get into the mission. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened, and I guess I'll let you know what happened now. So, since I last stopped doing videos, I started a player corporation, which was apparently a very bad mistake. This player corporation seemed like a good idea at the time, and I was going to do it with a few of my real life friends of mine that I had, and well, we were just going to just mine and hang out and Eve and just do whatever, really. And we started getting some more people to join us, and that worked out pretty well. And then we got war decked, and everything went south from there. Basically, I lost the Orca because they would not. They told me that there was going to be a deal that I would move to a different system, and they wouldn't drop the war deck until I moved. And then when I tried to move, they hijacked my Orca. So I lost a lot of money from that excursion, and I lost pretty much, not everything I had, but maybe half of what I had ever had, and it was not fun. So I since then quit that corporation, and I'm back on my own. High-sec war deck is not something to mess with, and the politics in the system where I was sitting at, which was Tenderheis, has gotten to the point where it isn't worth hanging out there anymore, basically, especially for someone who's not well connected like me. And also, I was mining and I randomly lost Mackinac, so I'm kind of done with mining for now. I'm gonna try and do missions, and I quit for a while, for a couple months, and that's when I started doing OpenXCom videos and some other videos that you guys have been watching. And here we are in the mission. So I've decided to go with the combat drones, and I'm going with all hammerheads. And when I hit the mission, I immediately start targeting everything in the mission, like so. My hammerheads instantly go to fighting. I put on my hardener, and once I start targeting, seems like that one is the one that my drones are targeting. And there we go. Let's see here. Okay, we haven't targeted that guy yet, but we'll start on this guy. So then I just start pounding away at them, really. And I had been doing missions all morning. I haven't had to warp out once. I think I got this down to where I can do them pretty easily. And I really like this Raven. Of course, it's the only real big ship I have left. So, yeah. It's very unfortunate what happened. But you live and you learn, I guess. I guess I rage quit for a little bit there. I even stopped training my skills, even though I was still paying for the game. And then one of my favorite YouTubers decided that he was going to join the EVE community, and it kind of just sparked my interest back again to playing and watching him play. He's a pretty new player, so it was fun watching him mess up a bunch. But it just made me think, man, just gotta get back in EVE. So here I am, shooting stuff with my battleship. Okay, so as you can see, I'm almost down halfway to my my shields here, which is not a problem. I don't think I'm gonna have to even run a repper here to survive. At least in the first room, we'll be fine. When we hit the second room, however, I might explain some advanced tactics of me using my Raven here. Anyways, let's see here. What did I forget to do? I forgot to drop my mobile tractor unit as usual. A lot of stuff had happened also since I left. 2 expansions came out, Kronos and Cirrus, I believe. I think. And basically they've added a bunch of changes to manufacturing, which a lot of the things that I was doing whenever I was making my Raven is now obsolete, because now a lot of the extra little websites and things that I was using are now kind of like I don't need to use them anymore. And I'm not doing this very efficiently because I'm talking and doing this at the same time. So okay, so after all of these guys come back, I got take my combat drones and move them back into the bay, and then take my salvage drones and pop them back out. I go to my trash tab that has everything that is a wreck on it, and I will target everything. Arrange by distance, and then have my salvage drones individually salvage each one using the radial menu for salvage, which I did not know existed until today. That's pretty handy. And there we go. Okay. And that should clean up those wrecks extremely quickly. And then anytime something goes idle, you go ahead and put the next drone on it. And there you go. Wrap my shield up a little bit here. Not too much, just a little bit. There we go. So what was I saying from before? Oh, changes. Yes, I was using a bunch of, to build this Raven, I had to use a bunch of off-website tools, and all those are probably still helpful. CCP has put a lot of those tools into the game now, so you don't have to juggle a whole bunch of outside websites to do what I was doing. A lot of the changes are very nice, actually. I like them a lot. Actually, I like everything that the CCP has done to the game since I started playing. When I started playing, this radio menu wasn't here, and this is fabulous. I love this thing. It makes everything a lot easier just to click and stuff. I love this thing, the mobile tractor unit, which is added to the game. That makes everything a lot more easier. Otherwise, this battleship setup would not be useful. And also, the salvage drones that I'm using are also pretty fairly new. They always didn't have salvage drones. And that is awesome. Just makes it easier for single players, really, is what it is. Looks like we got some scrap here. Okay. 5 million. Okay, not that much, because we only have, most of that is in mobile tractor units. Alright, so now that we're done with that, we can take those salvage drones and put them back into our drone bay. And then go ahead and activate this gate and see what is behind it. We're gonna get some crazy music, huh? Okay. And here we go. Yeah, I was very upset I lost the orca, because that was kind of like my pride, and that's kind of like my pride, you know, having an orca. There was actually a retriever inside the orca, so I lost a retriever too. Just not something good. Okay, this one, I don't know, you kind of warp into a little an arena here. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do this efficiently this time. I'm gonna take my combat drones and deploy them. Target every dang thing. They're gonna start attacking me. Hopefully I'll get to show off some advanced tactics here that I figured out when I start taking a whole lot of damage at one time. Basically, I'm not gonna pulse this right away. I'm gonna wait until I have almost no health at all. And then I'll put it on. And then I'll show you what happens. Alright, so we're gonna be able to attack here. My hammerheads are good at taking out big items like this blood sentry. And my torps are just fine taking out whatever else is here. So, let's see here. Well, need to target more. So here you go, I'm about 3/4 of the way done, and you may be thinking, well, geez, you're almost dead, right? Nope. Because once I'm almost dead, I'm going to go ahead and just turn on my little ripper, and it's going to rip my shields all the way back up. Okay. And I am not afraid one bit yet. Alright, next tactic is always follow your drones around. Don't try to tell them what to do. Because if you follow your drones around, they're already sitting there. They're already over there. Why would I tell them to go over here when they're already over there? So just let your drones select targets for you and follow that target up with missiles. Now, I am done repairing my shield, so I'm going to stop that. My cap's going to recharge, and I'm going to continue shooting. And I made a mistake there. I should have been targeting this man instead of this guy. That's okay. It's not a big deal. There's only a few enemies left in the field. This isn't exactly the easiest mission either. This one I've done this one before with the box here. I remember it, and it's not that easy. If I was in a battle cruiser, I would have had to warp out by now for sure. And I forgot to do that. Well, if you do that first, it makes everything go a lot faster. And I think that's it. So now we just got a bunch of trash laying around. Pull in my combat drones. Pull out my salvos. There we go. And then I'm going to target everything that's not a full wreck. So I'm going to target that one. Empty wrecks first. And this one here. Okay, then after that I'll target regular ones. Reason being is because I don't want to target, I don't want to have the mobile tractor unit pulling in not full wrecks. I want them to pull in those kind of wrecks there. Because it'll just be faster. Because my salvage drones can grab those. My mobile tractor unit doesn't need to waste time pulling in those. So then we'll go ahead and pull these guys in. Here. There's only a few left. And some cargo containers are all that's left. Only a few left. Come on. I guess we have some salvaging to do. Oh, there are salvaging. Okay, one more salvage. Turn everybody on salvage. So everybody salvages that last wreck. Our last cargo container is coming in, and by the time we're done salvaging, we are done with this mission. Go ahead and open up my open up that. The mobile, okay. Unfortunately, this did not net us very much at all. There's nothing really here. There's no tags, nothing. Today I got a $7 million tag, which was pretty awesome. Scoop that to cargo hold. Take all your salvo drones, put them back. There we go. And that's it. That's how you run a level 3 with a Raven. Let's see here, my fit that I've finally settled down with, as I know I'm missing some low slots here, so I would think I would need to put a damage control in here and something else, but I ran out of calibration points, or not calibration points, but CPU, and that's why these are missing. Anyways, I went with the Dreadgrista Extra Large Shield Booster with these shield supports, shield amps. Now I could have Tech 2 amps in here, but the requirements for those would require shield management level 5, which would take 15 days for me, so I don't have that yet, so I'm using the level 1s, which is probably the Meta 3 one, which probably isn't the best one. So I should be looking out for shield amps that are your stalwarts or copacetics and replace them when I find them. A target painter to make the signature radius bigger. A adaptive invulnerability field 2 to increase resistances in general. Large warhead rigger catalysts for increased damage. A large capacitor control circuit to help me fit everything, even though I still can't fit everything. So maybe swap one of these out for one of those, and I might be able to fit more low slots. I'm using cruise missile launcher 2s. I finally got those. Hooray! Finally. Gives me a max flight range of 180 and 84.9 damage per second per launcher. I have full rack of those. That gives me a missile damage per second of 509, which is pretty abysmal, I must say. And I didn't know what to put in this last one, so I put a prototype cloaking device just in case, you know, shit went down. And I had to hide, which I'm not taking this thing into low sec, so I don't think I'm gonna have to hide. I have 23. Was that 27,000 hit points, and my resistances are shite, but for level 3s this is sufficient. Pretty much the most important part of this build is the Dread Grist extra large shield booster, because it gives you an incredible amount of shield boosting coupled with these just 1,209 HP per 4 seconds, which is pretty awesome. So that's what I went with, and it has been working out brilliantly for level 3s. I have not tried level 4 yet. I know I said I was going to do that, but I had not, just because I'm kind of afraid of going in there, because I know some of those can be extremely difficult, even for a battleship. Okay, so I'm done with that. I should have been talking about that while we were going home, but this time, now I'm going to go home, back down to my home station. Advanced tactics. If I happen to be in a fight and my shields go all the way down, then I rep them back up, and then my shields go all the way down, I rep them back up again, and then I lose my capacitor, I would just pop my cap boosters, which somehow I forgot to mention whenever I was talking about my fit. How did I forget to mention my cap boosters? That's the most important thing. Imperial Navy heavy cap boosters for a capacitor booster, which is the actual booster itself, and you can put Imperial Navy cap boosters in there as well. I just chose to be cheap, and that will repair my capacitor if in the case that I still have to, or in the case that I am not able to run my repper due to cap issues. So there's that. So let's see, skill trainings. I'm working on cruise missile specialization 4. No. Let's dock here. There we go. Open training queue. Dang it. There it is. Okay. Cruise missile specialization 4 will take 3 days. I got potted, so all my implants are dead. So now I have to go back and buy more plus, what are they? Plus 3s, I think I had. Whole set of plus 3s, so all these skill trainings are shite. I also got potted during that episode, and that made me lose one of my battleships, but it was not Caldari battleship. So that was very, very sad. Otherwise, I'm just kind of on my own, doing my own thing out here in space. Just kind of running missions with my only big ship that I have left, the battleship, because I lost everything else. So that just goes to show, don't go trying to make new corporations unless you know what you're doing, or unless you're part of a big alliance, because there are entities out there that will squash you. So we'll go ahead and accept that mission. And that's it. Yep. And now it's just going to be more and more missions. Just endless cycle of missions, pretty much. And get some monies. Got some monies there for killing pirates. that's it. Guess that'll end it for this episode of EVE Online with JStank. Until next time, you have a nice day, and this is JStank signing out. Bye.